I'm here with Frankie from Survivor. Frankie is one of the founder members of the band. Frankie, how are you doing, man?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
Good. How long have you been in LA? I mean, when was the last time you played here?
Gee, I don't know. When did I play here? A couple years ago. 4 or 5 years ago.
I heard is a new album in plans to release or something?
We're always in plans for a release. I don't really know. I just write songs. So right now we just want to focus on playing live. So we haven't thought much about recording. Maybe in the fall we will.
On the fall?
Yeah, after we get done playing dates.
Okay, but you didn't work on anything or just...
No, we always are, but not specifically, no. We're having fun playing.
Yeah.
You gotta get it. It's a balance, you know. If you start thinking about recording, then playing kind of. I like to do it, you know, I'm systematic, so I like it one thing at a time.
Okay.
I can focus better. If I start thinking about recording, then I don't play as well, so it's a different mode.
Okay, what about playing outside America? I mean,
where?
like, this is for Latin America, Spain.
Oh, I love Latin America. What about it?
Okay, you
Do
tell
I
me.
like it? Where? Everywhere.
Argentina, where I am from.
Argentina?
Yeah, or
Yeah, I
Brazil.
haven't been down there in 4 or 5 years, but I love it down there. I would love to go back. I think the last time I was in South America, I played Ecuador. Quito.
Ecuador.
Yeah, that was it. 2 shows there, then came back.
Only Ecuador. Well, they're going to miss you in the other countries.
I know. No, they're cool. I love it there. Who doesn't?
How was the idea to put both singers together? It was awesome. I mean, it was the best idea you came up, you know.
I don't know. You know, it wasn't that hard. It wasn't a big deal. One day I just decided I would call up Dave and ask him. And I just called him up. He wasn't doing anything. I said, "We want to come sing?" He said, "Well," I don't think he knew what I meant. I said, "No, not replace Jim, but sing with him." And he said, "Well, yeah." So that's all it was. It wasn't a big deal. I just asked him, and he said, "Yeah, I'm not really doing anything." So that's how it came about.
Nice.
I know, there's no big story to it, unfortunately.
Awesome. I mean,
There never is. I mean, really, it's simple. You ask a guy, and then he said, "Well, yeah, that would be cool." And Dave's easy. He's very easy. So he just said, "Let's do it."
I assume the response of the fans was crazy, right?
Yeah, in the beginning, it still is. I don't think they really grasp it, but it kind of took us a while to get into it, because in the beginning, you know, we had the 2 singers on stage all the time, so it took us a while to, like, find balance, because then you have a lot of people on the stage, and it's like, well, it took us a couple of months to get it to where it is now, and we're almost there. We got a little ways to go, but it's a lot better. I mean, everybody's having a good time. That's what matters.
Okay. I gotta ask about the other members. What happened with Mark? He already left the band, right?
No, he's on. Mark's on a hiatus, and he's getting himself healthy. So I talked to him yesterday. So I met Mark in 1974. You know, way before this band. So I make sure I keep in touch with him. And actually, you know how I met Mark? I'll tell you the story. I played in an after-hours band with him in 74 or 5 out here in Anaheim. And
you don't look like that old.
we played from, well, thanks, I'm old. We played from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. That's how I met him. And then he played in another band called the Toots Band. They were great. They did copies, but they were unbelievable. And they had 2 guitar players that were, one of them still a really good friend of mine, that were unbelievable guitar players. Mark was the drummer. So when we went to do the Premonition record, we decided we wanted more rock and roll. And the other guys were really, really good players, but they weren't really good rock and roll players. So I went to get a hold of Mark. I found out he worked at a telephone solicitation company that had 5,000 plus employees. So I said, well, how am I getting a hold of him? I called him, he answered the phone. I said, I called up this place. I said, is Mark Drew Bailey? And I said, speaking. There's 5,000 plus employees, and I got him on the phone. So I said, well, we're in pre-production out here. You want to come and play on the record, and we'll just take it from there. But he said, yeah. So the next day he showed up. I guess he quit the job, and we started rehearsing. We did the Premonition record. So we rehearsed for 2 weeks, and we went and cut the record. And it was really cool. So I go back forever with him. You know, if you do the math, it's a long time.
Yeah.
Stuff happens in bands every day, but then things happen in life, and they don't always, seldom do they go hand in hand. So then you have your relationships with people, and you have your friendships with people, and then you play in a band with him. So my bond with him goes back a long time. I was a kid, I just got out of school, and that's when I met him out here. So he didn't join this band until 74, maybe 10 years later. 8 to 10 years later, so I knew him a good 8 or 10 years before he was in the band. So we still have a really good relationship.
Well, I'm pleased that it's not that it's just about something that is gonna be better.
Sometimes, we all get life issues. Things come up and we have to take care of ourselves. And I don't like to talk about it publicly. That's his place. But he's doing what he needs to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, any plan?
He's a really, really good guy. I've known him for a long time, so he's not a guy you just leave behind,
Nice.
Yeah.
What about Jim? I gotta ask.
Jim? I've known Jim. Jim and I have, 1,100 and some songs we wrote together, so we wrote songs together for about 23 years. Every day, 5 days a week. We thought it was normal, so we would get together about 2 o'clock, 5 days a week. And then if we got really excited, I would go on a Saturday once in a while, do a rough mix. But, we did that for 22, 23 years. It was pretty awesome. My audition was in this band. I thought, I'm going to go and I'm going to play with the band. And, okay, we'll see if I get the gig and whatever. But that's not how it turned out. I walked in, I had an idea, and it was somewhere in America. And Jim said, what are you playing? I said, something I've been working on lately. And he said, oh, I like it. And I said, well, let's work on it. So we worked on it it was a Tuesday. On a Tuesday, and then Wednesday we finished it. And then Thursday we taught it to the band. I wasn't really officially in the band yet. And then Thursday they said, well, if you want the job, you can have it. So my audition really wasn't an audition. We wrote a song. Jim and I did. And then it just continued. We worked really hard together. I was always proud of our work ethic. We had a really high work. We did. We put the bar. We set the bar really high. And sometimes we missed it. It was hard to live up to, but we didn't want to settle. So we tried to do our best work, and we did try to do our best work, and we set the bar high, and we did, and we worked every day. I think we had a really, really good work ethic. So now there's 1,107 songs in that catalog. That's a lot of writing, a lot of years of writing. So everything has its perspective. Jim didn't like to tour much. The road wasn't good for him. He struggled with it.
That's why he's not here.
Partially, but he struggled with that. I watched him for years, and then one day I said, sometimes things, who knows why, they're not meant to be. So he's doing what he does now. Yeah. I mean, he doesn't do that many shows. He went back and he reformed the Ides, which was his first band, I think. Yeah.
I knew about the Pride of Lions, but I didn't know about
No, that was way before the Pride of Lions. I'm talking in the 60s. The Ides are a 60s band. Yeah. So he went and reformed them, and they go out and play dates, but they don't do that many shows. Maybe he does 10 or 12 in a year. Most of them close to Chicago. He doesn't like to leave. He doesn't like to leave his home. It's hard. Some guys aren't meant to do the road. It's hard on you.
And when you get older, you get more comfy, and you're going to nice places, not sleeping in a truck.
When we were younger, he just struggled with it. He did. So, and I paid attention because we were always writing together. So I saw him; he was disturbed a lot. He missed being home too much. This is not a business where you want to miss being home because you don't see home very much.
Yeah.
Especially back in those days. We worked and toured all the time, so maybe in 2 years we might have had 3 or 4 months off, and then during those months we'd be writing and making records. So I don't know. When I look back on it, I can reflect back on it, and you can always, hindsight's 20/20. Well, maybe we should have taken more time off. But everybody says that. And you could say, yeah, but then if we would have taken the time off, maybe we wouldn't have did this record. You don't know. So I try not to play that game.
Okay, there's anything else you want to say to your fans in Latin America, Europe, Spain, Argentina.
No, I can't wait to come back. Make some noise. Go yell at your promoters. Call the radio stations.
Please.
Just go. You tell them. You do it. What do you do down there?
I live here.
You
But
live
I
here?
do this for Latin America.
Well,
So
get
I mean,
down there and tell them to tell our fans.
Come on,
get the
promoters.
radio stations, get the promoters. We'll come down and play. We're
Yeah.
dying to come back.
well, this interview is
We
gonna be.
spent a lot of time in South America in the '80s. Nobody was playing down there. Very few bands down there. We loved it. We loved it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I hope you make it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay,
You're welcome.
thank you for the interview.
You're welcome.
Okay, and whenever you have time, okay, this is my channel is yours. Okay,
What
love your
channel is
music.
it? You do.
LucasHGordon, easy.
Are you on TV?
Yeah, well, these interviews sometimes go to TV in Argentina.
It does.
In
How
open
many
channel.
viewers? How many viewers?
In YouTube, I have like 700,000.
See? It's really good.
Oh yeah.
No. So you do really good. You're good at it.
Yeah,
You see?
because I'm passionate about this.
It's your work ethic.
Yeah,
That's what we're talking about.
yeah.
Maybe some other guy doesn't have 700 or 800,000. Maybe he has 7 or 8.
But people relate this interview. That's why I'm trying to do something like very like home type, like you are comfortable and you speak up. You say whatever you know.
I think it's all about being real. People can see through all that bullshit. And, you just got to be yourself. They know. People know they're smart. They're smart.
Oh, did you like the version of Weird Al Yankovic?
Yeah, I did. I liked all his versions, but
Yeah.
he did like 2 or 3. He did spoofs on all of our stuff.
Yeah.
And then he did spoofs on the spoofs when we'd see him. But yeah, I liked him. I thought he was fun. He's a fun guy. He still is.
Yeah.
I see him on TV once in a while. I used to see him around. I don't know if he tours that much anymore.
Yeah. He's playing, and I saw him 2 weeks ago.
Where at?
Amoeba.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It does. Al was cool. I liked him.
Frankie, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay,
My
you're
pleasure,
awesome.
man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's
it?
Okay.
Better
Yeah.
than I could have
Do you have any?
Now
Do you have
you're
any?
talking.
Do you know any bad word in Spanish?
Any bad words?
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Yeah, but we're not gonna say them.
Yeah, please. They would love it
No.
because they think you don't speak. El diablo.
Everybody understands. Fuck.
That's the same in every language, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Means it's-
If you're Jewish or you're Christian or you're entire religion, don't need no decision, 'cause it's all the same. Half the world's just on the limit to protect